As you can see, it's pretty bad. Let me show you what it looks like now from the inside. Way, way better. Welcome back to Fab Automotive Detailing. You guys, this video, we're going to take a look at Griot's Garage's plastic cleaner and plastic polish. Let's do it. So you guys, my son and I have been into a heck of a project here lately. So as most of you may know, you may not, I have a detailing supplies business. I have a website, but I also go around to detailing shops, body shops, dealerships and stuff like that. And I went to this one dealership down in Martinsville, Indiana several times and saw this little motorcycle. It's a little Chinese motorcycle, just kind of sitting up against the building. It was in really bad shape. And make a long story short, not sure what's all over it. They do not have a body shop. They said it's definitely not from a body shop. It looked like overspray all over it. But once again, to make a long story short, I offered them about $100 for it, and they took it. I brought it home non-running. They could not get it running. They tried for a long time to get it running, couldn't get it running. I got it home, fixed a few wires on it, got it running, and then basically we have torn it down and we have done our best to make it look as good as possible. But the plastic pieces, the windshield, the headlight, and the tail light are in pretty bad shape. So I'm hoping that these two products right here will do it. Now, I've seen these products from Griot's Garage for a long time, never ordered them, never really thought that I needed them until now. So in this video, we're gonna use plastic cleaner. This is gonna clean the plastics before we go into it with the plastic polish. This is also a maintainer for your plastic you can use for your windshield, your motorcycle, plastic pieces, tail lights, headlights, your instrument cluster, stuff like that. It's a really good cleaner for plastic. I have been using these for plastic. And then the plastic polish is exactly that. It's a polish for plastic pieces. So if you get swirl marks, light oxidation, some minor imperfections you want to try to get rid of, like on this right here. This is what we're going to do, one of these in the video, this headlight, as you guys can see. I'm not sure what that stuff is. I had a heck of a time on the paint getting it off. So we're going to see what this plastic polish will do on these plastic pieces, because like I said, on the paint, it was awful. It took several rounds of compounding, then polishing to get the paint to look the way it does right now. I'll go ahead and give you guys a behind the scenes look of what we're doing, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. We have a heck of a project, but it's turning out really, really good. But we will do the tail light, the headlight, and the windshield in this video. All right, you guys, so here is a behind the scenes look. This is what we've been dealing with. All of these pieces that are black, that are nice and glossy now, trust me, we're not like that before. They were like this right here, see that? All over the paint. It was really hard to get off because it had just been baked into the sun or the sun had baked it for a long time. But made really good progress on those. You guys are gonna have to watch this video, check it out. You're not gonna believe the shape it was in before and what it's gonna look like after. It's not gonna be 100%, but it's gonna look so much better. So here is the bike, you guys. Completely tore down. We're putting new lights on it. I put new turn signals on the front. Got rear turn signals coming. Got to put exhaust on it. Some stuff, you guys, but I'm gonna have less than $300 in this total by the time it's done for a toy to have, for my son to have fun on. The tank was white specks all over it, and I can show you here in just a second. It's not perfect, but I cut pretty hard on it to get it to where it is. It looks way better, but I'll show you it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but the paint's really thin, not going any further. And then I can show you this is what it looked like. See all that right down there, right by the fork on the fender, that white stripe. This whole fender looked like that, the gas tank and all those plastic pieces. It was a lot of work. But we've gone and shined all the chrome up on it, and we're about ready to put this thing back together. These things were nothing but rust, the shocks, and we used some steel wool on those. You can actually still see right there how bad they were. Not perfect, but looks way better. So here is the tail light. Right here, so you guys can see. It's pretty bad. Once again, that's what all the paint looked like. Then the headlight, and then we got the windshield right here. We're gonna do a 50-50 on the windshield. So once we're done using the plastic polish, you guys, we're gonna use ceramic 3-in-1 wax. It says the tip of the tray, which is cool about Griot's Garage. I always give you tip of the tray. It says for hydrophobic, long-lasting protection, apply a coat of Griot's Garage ceramic 3-in-1 wax. So that's what we're gonna do on all these pieces once we get done. All right, you guys, so we're gonna start off by cleaning everything with plastic cleaner, and then after that, we're gonna do like the headlight, maybe the tail light by hand. Give us an idea with a correcting pad and a palm holder from Griot's Garage. Do it by hand, get an idea, If that does what we want it to do, we'll stop there and not go any further, not be more aggressive than we have to. Always start least aggressive, whether you're working on paint, plastic, doesn't matter, and then work your way up. Just don't automatically start with the most aggressive thing you've got because you may not actually need to do that. And then from there, we will use the G8 from Griot's Garage with the 2-inch conversion on it, which does come with it when you buy it, with their 2-inch boss pad. And we will see what we'll do. We'll put a 50-50 on the windshield and see what it looks like. So we're going to shake this up first. This is the plastic cleaner. Put my polisher down here. Okay, so we're basically going to just spray onto the taillight, and we're just going to try to clean it with the plastic cleaner first. Okay, that way we know it's clean. And we're going to do that on the inside also. Because you can make the outside look good, but you got to make sure the inside's good too. You can see it's still really foggy. Hear that? All those little specks. And then last but not least, we're going to spray this windshield. And one of the reasons you want to use a plastic cleaner first is you don't want to pick up all this dirt and put it in your pad immediately. Because then you have a pad that's full of dirt. You're not going to do a whole lot of fixing or correcting whatever you're working on. The inside, which is actually pretty bad on this windshield. So we're going to have to correct the inside and the outside on the windshield. Okay. But we will worry about the windshield last. Let's go ahead, and this cart is not ideal for this. Let's go ahead and clean the headlight and the tail light by hand. Let's see what happens. All right, so I moved some stuff off of here because this was just too clustered. And I was having a hard time doing everything. Let me show you guys what these look like before. So as you can see, it's pretty bad. It's white. And I'm telling you, this is what the paint looked like. And then there's that. And you can see it. Let's just try it by hand first. And take it, we're gonna shake it up good. Gonna butter the pad. Okay, find a way to grip it. Oof. Yeah, this is gonna need the polisher. I'm sure you guys can hear that. It's hard to hold. Okay, so we definitely added some clarity. As you can see, it's not nearly as bad, but it definitely is going to take using a polisher on it. Let's do the same thing on the tail light. Now, it actually did pretty good on the tail light. Hoping I did that all on camera. It's hard to do this by yourself when you don't have anybody to film for you. Tail light looks way better, but as you can see, it's still absolutely hammered. But we definitely made the outside, especially the clear, look better. But it's definitely going to take a machine. All right, so this is going to be a little bit difficult because it's not on the bike. I could put it back on the bike, but let's just do it right here. So we got the G8, and we're just going to butter the pad up. Don't need a lot, it's just a headlight. Just enough. Now this thing is going to be maybe hard to control this. I'm going to do my best for you guys here on camera, but ain't no guarantee. I'm going to go ahead and set this on here and then put the cruise control on immediately. Like that. Let's just get this spread out. Okay, this is gonna be the hard part. Actually, let me just shut it off. Let's go to speed 4. One thing I like about Griot's polishers, though, it's instant on. So I can hit the let go. I can see as I'm going, it's definitely not removing all of it. But that's to be expected, as bad as it was on the paint. One thing you gotta remember though, plastic can't dissipate heat like metal can. You don't want to get this really hot. This is not easy to do, by the way. This is not easy to do with one hand, because that polisher is not exactly light. Let's just see where the first step took us. So it's definitely better. But the paint took several steps. So this is going to also. But man, my gosh, that looks so much better. And I'm just gonna keep on going. If I have to, I can actually, you know what? I'm just going to. I'm gonna step it up. Remember, always start least aggressive. So we did that for the most part. I mean, I didn't use a finishing pad or anything. I used a regular old polishing pad, an orange one. Now this is gonna be the most aggressive foam pad that they sell as far as foam is concerned. But we need aggression on this just because, oh crap, here I am talking. Just because it's so bad. Turn it back down to 1 so I don't take a face full of polish. Let's get it spread out. Okay, we're spread out. Go up to a 4. Okay, let's see what that did for us. It's even better. Still not perfect. There's just a few here. And I think this lettering, it's raised. That's gonna be the hardest part there. It's not terribly hot, which is good, because you don't want to get it really hot. We're gonna do one more round with the fast correcting cream pad, which is what the white pad is. Now I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that result. We're gonna go over with the orange pad just to finish it down the best we can. But man, is that a night and day difference between what we had before. There's some specks around these raised lettering. That's because the lettering's there. I'm not worried about the outside. This all gets covered up by the chrome housing. It's just the lens that I'm actually worried about. But man, does that look way, way better. Okay, so I'll put the orange pad on it just to kind of refine it. And then it'll be done. We'll move on to the taillight. Look at these results. Fantastic. Just a few dots here and there. But man, night and day difference. All right, you guys, so we're gonna move on to the taillight. Same thing. We're gonna start out with this pad just because we already know that the orange pad's not gonna cut it. Pun intended, I guess. It's not gonna cut it the way that I want it to because of how bad the plastic already is. Yep, that just went all over me. I'm gonna focus on the front of the lens here right now. I'll worry about the rest of it later, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when we're done. It looks way better. It needs another round. As you can see, I didn't go around the edges, but that's what it looked like before. This is what it looks like now. So do another round, and I'll show you guys what this looks like when I get done. I'm not gonna sit here and bore you guys with me sitting here doing this. I'll show you guys what it looks like when we get done. So you guys, it took 3 rounds with the fast correcting cream pad, which is pretty full of plastic at this point. And then 1 round with the orange pad. It's not perfect, but let me show you guys. Still has some specks on it here, and still has some specks on it here and there. But did we make a huge difference? Absolutely. Up here, I may be able to work on this a little bit more. You can see it's still pretty crappy there, but the before and after though, I got fingerprints in there, is astounding. So let me show you what this looked like before from the inside. So as you can see, it's pretty bad. Let me show you what it looks like now from the inside. Way, way better. And most people aren't going to notice it. Plus, this thing's not even going to be driven out in public. It's just here around our property and maybe back and forth to my grandma and grandpa's house. I think it looks pretty doggone good. All right, you guys, so now for the windshield. Let me show you. You can see it's got little minor scratches and swirls in it, but look at the inside. Yeah, really, really bad. But this product is safe for your motorcycle windshields, plexiglass. So yeah, we're just going to do the best we can. I really want to remove the water spots if I can on the inside. I mean, that just looks terrible. And then we will move to the outside. We'll put a piece of tape down. We'll do a 50-50. But the inside, I need to just try to get done the best I can, and then move to the outside. Okay, so I went one round with fast correcting cream pad, just in the center here. It's hard to do because, you know, the windshield is not flat. It's curved. As you can see, that looks way better here versus over here. It looks way nicer. You can see right where I did it, but it's really hard to do in here. So I'm not going to film me doing any of that. I'm just going to get this done and then we'll work on the outside. All right, you guys, so I got the inside of the windshield as good as it's going to get. Let me show you. No more spots. I mean, it's not great, but it's way, way better. Down here at the bottom, that is actually on the outside, but it looks really, really good. Very happy with that. So now we're going to do the outside. Now, I'm not going to put a 50-50 line. I was talking about doing it, but I don't want to put a bunch of adhesive on this plastic windshield. So we're just going to do half of it, and we should be able to see the difference to the other half. You know, no need to put tape down. So we're just going to use an orange correcting pad because the outside is not bad at all. Just a few scratches here and there. The inside was definitely the worst. It was just really hard. That I wasn't really going to be able to show you guys me doing the inside. I had it in my lap and everything else. So, all right. Let's spread it out first. This is not going to be easy to do either. And I will definitely speed it up so you guys don't have to sit here and watch it. Okay, so now I'm going to try to... All right, let's just wipe it off and let's see what that did. Ideally, this would be better on the bike, but we have like everything torn apart. Okay, so we're right there to there. Looks way better. Few spots here and there. I didn't get all the way down into this corner right here, but that compared to that, and we could go over it again, which I will, but that's a pretty big difference. And I actually had pretty quick arm speeds there, so really not bad at all considering that to that. Pretty good. Let me finish it up and show you guys the final result. All right, you guys, so I'm very happy with this. I'm going to show you. I'm wearing gloves, so I don't put fingerprints all over it. As you can see, there's fingerprints up here, but I'm getting ready to clean it. But as you can see, all those spots are gone. There's just a little bit of scratches left, which isn't bad. Considering this thing sat outside for the last 3 years, and the condition the bike was in obviously probably wasn't taken care of, I think it turned out awesome, you guys. I mean, that looks so much better than what we started with. So now, what I want to do is I want to clean all the pieces that I just did, plastic cleaner. Then we're going to apply the ceramic 3-in-1 wax by Griot's Garage also. Okay, you guys, so I've already done the taillight and the headlight with ceramic 3-in-1 wax. I do have a video on this on my channel, you guys. I'll put it up here somewhere in the corner. You guys go check this out. This is a fantastic product. You can do 2 coats, wait 24 hours, put a second coat on, you get up to years worth of protection, and it does work very well. Very easy to use. All we're going to do, that's plenty. It's probably more than what I need. We're just going to wipe it in. And we're just going to turn it over and buff to perfection. And we're going to do the exact same thing to the inside of the glass. Let's just go ahead and flip the towel over to a dry side, just so I make sure I use the dry side of the towel. Don't oversaturate it where you end up getting streaking. I'm sorry, you guys can't even see what I'm doing. I'm so tall, I always forget that. I apologize, you guys. And that is it. Look at this windshield. Incredible. Plastic polish works very, very well. It does exactly what it's designed to do. All right, you guys, so I am thoroughly impressed with both of these products, especially the plastic polish. The cleaner was great, but the plastic polish is where you really notice the difference of what it's doing. I mean, look, these lights are behind the windshield, and the windshield is crystal clear now. It's not all cloudy. It's not all spotted up. Worked extremely, extremely well on all the plastic pieces that I tried it on, and all the plastic pieces that I've tried it on before this video, because I have been messing with it. I've been testing it. As you can see, the bottle is not full. Both these water products worked fantastic, you guys. Very little effort. You can get some good results by hand, but it's definitely a lot easier if you use a polisher. I mean, no doubt about it. It's easier if you use a polisher, but if you have very light imperfections, you're just barely trying to get rid of, there's no reason to whip the polisher out if you can get it done by hand. Once again, always start least aggressive, then work your way up, as I did in this video. I started with an orange pad, wasn't doing exactly what I wanted to do, so I bumped up to the white pad, and that worked perfectly. And then once we got done cleaning all 3, we hit it with the ceramic 3-in-1 wax, which is a fantastic product from Griot's Garage. Also, you guys, I do not sell Griot's Garage products on my website. Because there's going to be people that haven't ever seen me make videos before or whatever, and they're going to say, well, you're only saying it's good because you sell their products on your website, you're making money. No, I bought these products. I do not sell these on my website. So it's not a sponsored video, and it's not something I'm trying to sell you. I'm just telling you, using these on this bike for this project, these worked absolutely amazing, and the results speak for themselves, you guys. So I want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video and for checking it out. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Join the Fab family. We'd love to have you. We'll see you in the next video.